Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's tutorial. In today's tutorial, I'll be sharing with you guys how I made this depilation corset for a big size. So if this is what you're interested in, let's get right into the video. So our basic bodice is ready, and for next thing we're going to do is to impute our body measurement, our bust divided by 4 and our waist divided by 4, and at the end of the blouse we're going to do our hips divided by 4, and then we're just going to connect all our dotted lines together. Please, if you don't know how to draw a basic body, check my other videos. So on the bust points, we're going to do our nipple to nipple divided by 2 plus half inches. So we're just going to take that measurement all the way down to the full length, and then we're just going to connect all our dotted lines together. So at the center front of the under bust, we're just going to come in by half inches, just like so, and at the side we're going to come in by 1 inches, just like so, and then we're going to connect it to our bust point, just like so. I'm using a pencil, don't worry, I'm going to use the marker to make the line very obvious. Sometimes I like working with pencil before using my marker to highlight it. So after that, like I said, on the side we came in by 1 inch, so we're just going to make a curve to the bust point, just like so. And then from our bust point to our under bust, we're going to check our radius. What we have there is 4 inches, but I came up by 3 inches because I didn't want it to be close. If you want it to be close, you can come up by 4 inches. So we're just going to take our bust point measurement all the way to our radius, just like so. And at the under bust, this is where we're going to determine how deep we want our net to be. So I came down by 1 inches because I was satisfied with it like that, and then I'm using my pencil to just connect. Like, I'm not connecting above the radius that I took, which was 4, and I came up by 3. I am not coming above that particular spot. So you're just going to make your curve just like so with your free hand, or if you have a curve ruler, if you can use that, it's also fine. And you're just going to make a curve all the way down to the under bust that I came down by 1 inches. So I was actually satisfied with what I have, so I'm using the marker to highlight it, and automatically our yoke is out. So now at that radius end, what we're going to do is we are going to use the same dart that we used at the under bust. So we're coming in by the side by 1 and the center by half inch, and we're just going to connect just like so. And gradually you can see that our cups are gradually coming out. Please just take your time to watch the video, you understand it. So now the next thing, we're just going to connect from the under bust, just like so. Like I said, I'm using my pencil because if I make a mistake, it will be easier to just correct with the marker. So here you can determine how you want it to be. If you want it to be higher than that, you can determine it. But and if you don't know exact measurement to do from your under bust, you can just come up by 2 inches or by 2.5, and it will work perfectly for you. So you're just going to connect the side just like so. It's really not that difficult. Just put your mind, you can do it. So at the end of the blouse, I'm coming up by 2 inches, and at the waist side I'm coming in by one inch because I'm going to be working with a diamond dart. So that's why it's like that. I actually have a tutorial where I explained this corset like this. I have something like this on my channel. That's why you see me not really going into details like that. So now we're just going to impute our darts and our body measurement, and the allowance we're going to use, and basically that just it for the front pattern. So at the end of the full blouse, the full length, we're just going to come up by 2 inches because we do not want the edge to be very sharp. Like, we want it to have a curve. So all this part that there's asterisks, I'm just going to cut that out. Like I said, there's a video that really explains, everything, but that was for a smaller boobs, and this is for a bigger size bust, so that's why I'm doing it like this. So if I'm too fast, you can just go and watch that other video, and you'll definitely explain what I am doing here. So basically that's just everything for the front. So I went ahead to cut on my main material, on my fabrics, and then the cup, and I'm equally cut a breast pad also for it, because I like working with the breast pad and already made cup together. So at the bust side, you're just going to add 1 inch allowance to it so everything can sit properly for you. So this is what the cups look like after joining. Like I said, I have a tutorial showing in details like how to do all of this. So we're just going to join the cup to the bust size, I mean to the bodice, just like so, and you can see how it's looking already. So the next thing to do is to just add our yoke. So this is really not what I really want to show in this tutorial, so that's why you see me just making all of this fast, so you don't get confused like how I got to the point that I've gotten to. So like I said, it's an advanced tutorial, so it's not something that will be easy for a beginner, just like so, but I have a detailed video that can easily explain. So you just attach your lining to it so you can have a very neat finish. So guys, for the skirt, I'm actually marking my nail line. I came up by 1 inches, my hip line just like so, and of course my waistline. So I did, for my waist to my hip is actually 9 inches. So that's how I got my hip. For shorter people, you can use 8 inches. For more taller people, you can use 10 inches. So my waist divided by 4 plus 2 inches, and my hips divided by 4 plus 2 inches. And around my nail area, you can just minus 1.5 from your hip measurement to get your nail measurement, or you can minus 2 inches to get your nail measurement. And then I came down by 2 inches around the full length. I came down by 2 inches just like so. The aim of that is because I'll actually use the lining to turn it so I can still have the length I want. And then around the full length of the skirt, I used 20, so it will be open, it will be wide, the way I want it to be wide. You can use 19, you can use 18, but I don't think it should be below 18, so you can have that A-cup fitting. So like I said, my waist divided by 4 plus 2 inches, my hip divided by 4 plus 2 inches, and minus 2 from my hips, or minus 1.5 from my hips to get my new measurement. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to connect all of those marks together from the allowance. So that's what I'm doing. You're just going to connect it, and you can see that will start having our shape gradually, just like so. And then we cut out just like so. So now this actually is the first pattern, to cut your A-cut skirt. I know everybody can do this part. So this is me trying to cut the back. It's just replacing the front and the back on the back, and tracing out basically. So at this point, I'll just trying to get my zipper and half inches for my butt space, just like so. So now this is actually the first way, like you can cut your A-cut skirt if you don't want it to be so full. So you can just do it like that. And then I'm just trying to create a space for my butt, then and equally the zipper allowance too, and then I'm just going to cut out. now at the end, now you're just going to come up by 2 inches, so everything can align properly with the front part. If you don't do that, like, you just see that the edge will be very sharp, like it's not sometimes it does not align with the front part. So that's why I'm just taking out 2 inches, but if you're okay with it, it's fine. So now at the knee area, you're just going to measure your nipple to nipple at the knee area, and also the full length of the skirt. You're going to mark in your nipple to nipple measurements, just like so. And the aim of this is to enable the skirt to be very full. It will be looking like a 6 pieces skirt, whereas it's an A-cut skirt. So this is actually another way to get a full A-cut. And my both skirts are together, both the front and the back are actually together. So now you're just going to connect at the end part. I actually came in by half inches, just as we do with our darts. Like when you're taking your darts measurement, that's what I actually did at the end part too. So now you're just going to make it a straight line. I think after the whole this, I realized that my line wasn't that straight, but it was not obvious on my skirt. So you're just going to do it's like creating a dart on your blouse, on your top, like when you're making your dart. So it's like it's same way like making a dart from your nail to the full length of your skirt. So like this is me taking the darts. So that's why I said half inches on both side, both the end and but you're actually starting from the nail, not the hip or anywhere. Like you're starting from the nail, so you can see me cutting out. So you're just going to take it out the way we take our that out on our blouse or whatever we're doing. Like you're just going to take that part. Like I said, my front and my back are actually placed together, so I have exact measurements on where the dart is. So you're just going to rip that off. You can see how it's looking. So after you cut it out like so, so after cutting it out, so this is it. You're just going to take it out like this. So this is the opening that is there. So the next thing you're going to do is to take your measurement from the nail to the full length. What I had there is 27. So you're going to make 180-degree flay that you're going to use in filling that space. Like I said, my nail to the full length what I had there is 27. I didn't want this video to be very long, that's why you see me rushing everything. So you're just going to mark that 27 on your 180. You're not going to add extra. And I said 180, so it's this flay I'm making now, it's actually going to give me 4 flays, that I'm going to connect, both for the back and 2 for the front and 2 for the back. So this is the flay, it's out. This is exact measurement of what I have on my skirt. So I'm going to open all the sides just like so. You open all the sides, you're not keeping the flay like that, and you're opening everywhere. Now I actually have 2. So when I open now at this part, now it's going to be 4. As I said, 180. So you see 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the next thing you're going to do is, this is it. This is one part of the flay, and you're just going to insert it like this on this that opening you actually created on your skirt. So after which, this is the lining. For those of you who be confused like on how to cut the lining, so you're actually tracing exactly the same thing you have on your skirt on your lining, just like so. And equally for the flay, you're also going to make your lining. Please cut your lining exactly the way the shape of your flay is. I think I added half inches to it, and I had issues with it, although like I corrected it. But I think while I was cutting, I didn't really check properly. You can see at the end, like I had half inches there. So now this is it after I joined the flat to the skirt. You can see how fine it's looking and how fuller it's looking. At the end now it's looking like a PC skirt, but actually an A-cut skirt. So now this is also the lining. The way you joined for the skirt, that's how you're going to do for the lining also. You can see how beautiful the skirt is. So it's really nothing that difficult. Like you're just going to join the lining and your skirt just as you're joining your straight skirt too. And maybe if you're turning, you can just come up by 2 inches or 1 inches, as the case maybe. You can see how it's looking, like it's looking very fine. Actually lost the part where I showed the skirt. So now this is our concept. Mind you, we're making an inbuilt corset. So this is it after I had joined. That's why I said you can check for my other tutorials to see how we arranged the corsets step by step. So this is how it is. My blouse isn't that deep, so you're going to be checking where your blouse is. And I couldn't do this on my body because I had nobody to tie the loop for me at the back. So when you're satisfied with what I actually came down by 3.5, I think so. So you can have the shape that you want. You'll be checking where your blouse stops, so because you can't cut your skirt below your blouse, else like there's nothing you're working with, so you'll be checking it. So now you're just going to cut out the shape that you want, just like so. You're going to and if you're doing this for a client, please do it on the client's body. Like it's actually easier that way. And my dummy wasn't exactly my size. I'm bigger than the dummy, so it was really stressful. But actually I'm doing this for the sake of this tutorial, so people who don't know how to do inbuilt corsets will know how to do it. So the next thing you're going to do is to take your mark so you can make a stitch on the blouse and the skirt together. I'm actually using blouse so it will be easier for people to understand. So I'm making this mark so it will be easier for me to join it. So this is it. You can see the bias around the waist side. So I've joined the skirt and the blouse now together. Please don't mind how the gown isn't looking straight. It's because the dummy is in the size, so it's actually stressful. So now at this point, like whatever applique you're using, like actually use the lace that I used for the hand and the boss to make the design at the front of my blouse. So you're just going to arrange properly, and you hold down with your pin, just like so. And you won't make this to be weak. You're actually going to stretch it so you have that relaxing lace on it, else it's going to show that you did not join the both of them together. So now after you're satisfied with what you have, you're just going to cut out exactly the shape of your inbuilt corset, your corset, exactly the shape of it. You can see me trying to trim out. And now, like I said, you're going to make it exactly the way it is. You're going to stretch it so it will just be the way your front and your back is, so it won't be showing like you did not do it. The reason why I'm emphasizing on stretching this thing is because the only way to hold this thing down is to use your needle and thread. You're not going to use gum. You're going to use needle and thread to do this work. So that's why now I'm trying to cut out like exactly the shape of my um corset. So I'm still trying to stretch it so I don't have any part that is not lapping properly. If you have a part that is not lapping properly, you just use your scissors to cut it out so it will lap properly. So now at the end, now you can see me like I'm now making the shape of, because the ankara is supposed to be at the end, no lace covering the ankara. So you're just going to curve at the end. Like I said, it's you using your scissors just to get exactly the same shape that you have on your blouse, on the upper bodice of your gown. I don't know if you understand what I am explaining. So you see me using pin. Now I've not done any needle and thread work, but because it's, very stretched, it's as if I'd already stitched the lace on it. So that's what I'm saying. I was emphasizing on you stretching it so much. So now you start using your needle and thread to tack down. This is how you use your needle and thread to tack down like every part of it, both the front and also the back. Like I said, the dummy isn't my size, so I couldn't show the back part of it, but it's really nothing that serious. It's just placing your lace on your bodies. And at this point, if you want the V at the end to, even, be on top of the ankara, this is where you're going to do it. And then you use your needle and thread to tack. It's a bit stressful, but like I said, just take your time and you see that it will be easy for you to do. So you just keep tacking around just like so, and you're going to use exact same thread, so it will not be showing. And don't use your gum. If you use a gum on it, it won't be neat. So at this point, I can't show you all the stitching. It will really make the video to be long. So this is me just adding fancy to it. Like if you want to do it like that, you can just do it like that to beautify it. And also your fancy, don't use gum on it, use your needle and thread. That's why you see this takes a lot of time. You just use your needle and thread gradually and you sew on it, and you just have a perfect inbuilt corset. So guys, this is what we have at the end of the day. So I was really satisfied with how this actually came out. Like I said, don't gum on it. No matter how tired you are, use your needle and thread. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.